It's another fun Sunday here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum as we bring you once again Shakey Super League's pre-match show, Quick Set. Today is finally the day the NU Lady Bulldogs are going to debut here in the Shakey Super League. Pero bago yan, ano nga ba ang ating mga games for today? So, una na nga dyan, it's the NU Lady Bulldogs against the JRU Lady Bombers at 10 a.m. Then, for match number 2, it's the DLSU Lady Spikers against the Letran Lady Knights at 12:30 p.m. For match number 3, it's the UP Lady Maroons against the UE Lady Warriors at 3 p.m. And for match number 4, it's San Sebastian Lady Stags against the Lyceum Lady Pirates. Now, after a fun-filled weekend with volleyball action, let us take a look back at some of the players in the Shakey Super League from last week, including powerful spikes from DLSU's Aliyah Malaluan, San Beda's Angel Habacon, Ateneo's Faith Nisperos, UST's Regina Jurado, and more. Let's watch this.
Maya getting the first ball and Arce. Good adjustment. Alam mo, natutuwa ako dito kay Arce. Parang nagugulat siya every time na nakakapunto siya.
All. Buckle your seatbelts. Sendon. Goes to a Bacon in the middle.
This girl is so animated and I really love her energy.
Carvalho, back set. Chance ball, Ordoña, blocked there. And that is it for set number 2. UST hanging on after a valiant effort by San Sebastian, and this block of the set is brought to you by...
Chance ball again for Ateneo. Nisperos hit the tape of the net and still gets a point.
Those are the lucky shots you have to watch out for. Because when the ball hits the net, you don't know where it's gonna go.
That's correct. Kumbaga nabasa mo na. Kung ikaw yung magre-receive, nabasa mo na. Pero pag tumama sa net. Sharp serve. Hernandez. Alba tumalaluan and yes!
You know, the first how many sets, she was quiet. But this 5th set, nakita niya na sobrang, andito na ako.
Yes, every spike and every block nga naman is so powerful, and of course, let us not leave the players behind from the defense and setting department. Sobrang gagaling talaga yung mga players natin dito sa Shakey Super League. So, if you guys want to watch more of us, you can check out our live stream channels, Plus Network social media pages at Facebook at My Plus Network and Plus Network 2020 on YouTube, and at Shakey Super League on Facebook and TikTok, and on the Shakey's Philippines Facebook page at Shakey's PH. For those who want to catch the games on TV, next day broadcast of the games will air on IBC 13 on Free TV and Solar Sports Channel 70 on Sky Cable. The matches of the Shakey Super League will also be aired in all Shakey's branches, so you can enjoy food with exciting volleyball action. Next naman, if you guys are super fans and you want to be featured here on Quick Set, all you have to do is follow these steps. Make a short video explaining why you are the super fan of this team or player, post the video on Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram, and make sure to tag Plus Network social media accounts. We will be picking winners randomly, and you have a chance to be seen here on Quick Set and be featured as our Shakey super fan. Now, it is the moment we all have been waiting for. It's the debut of the NU Lady Bulldogs going up against the JRU Lady Bombers.
We're happy to have you here on another Sunday morning as the historic Rizal Memorial Coliseum plays host once again to the Shakey Super League, as finally we will see the debut of the defending UAAP Season 84 NU Lady Bulldogs as they will take on the NCAA Season 97 semi-finalists, the JRU Lady Bombers. Hello everyone who's watching us live on the Plus Network digital platforms and also the Shakey Super League Facebook and TikTok pages. Ako po si Ken Pangilinan, and working with me for the very first time, Richie Cordero. Richie, things are really heating up sa ating Shakey Super League, especially na halfway na tayo through the elimination round.
Yes, well, today is a very exciting and interesting matchup because we have the UAAP defending champions, the NU Lady Bulldogs, having their very first game going head-to-head with a team that's hungry for their first victory, the JRU Lady Bombers.
So we'll start off with our Shakey's pre-game of the huddle. Diretso na tayo sa team standings kung saan in all of our pools talagang nagkakaalagwa na dito. DLSU leading Pool D with a 2-0 record, as well as UST also undefeated. In Pool A, hindi pa natin malalaman kung sino talaga yung top 2 dyan, with Perpetual and UE leading the way with a 2-1 records. But pagdating dito sa Pool C, NU yet to play, while JRU trying to notch their first win as well.
Yes, and as much as we love the crowd favorites and veterans such as Belen, Robles, Lamina, Nierva, a couple of new faces are ready to introduce themselves to collegiate volleyball. We have today Vanji Alunsog Jr.'s UAAP MVP and Shaira Hardo, a very promising libero, both coming from the juniors team.
So ito, ina-anticipate na ng mga tao yung pagbabalik nitong NU Lady Bulldogs as we take a look at the lineup headed by Coach Ray Carl de Maculangan.
Yes, well, with the departure of key player Ivy Laxina, a face that is ready to fill in that big role is none other than Alexa Mata. So let's see how she takes on the pressure of carrying a huge responsibility for the Lady Bulldogs.
Of course, still there is the rookie MVP, Bella Belen, trying to lead her team here sa Shakey Super League. Of course, coming off their Australian trip. So tignan natin kung makaalagwa sila dito. But tignan natin yung kanilang last performance noong nakaraang UAAP Season 84, sweeping the elimination round, very flawless, 14-0, and also sweeping the mighty De La Salle Lady Spikers.
Yes, and another tournament for the Lady Bulldogs where they aim to continue their undefeated win streak last season. And Nierva actually mentioned to me that one of their team's focus this season was to maintain their eagerness to win every game.
And of course, winning their first championship in the last 65 years. A historic feat for the Lady Bulldogs. Meanwhile, let's go to the JRU Lady Bombers. During their last game, lost in straight sets against Arellano.
Yes, with a number of errors, this team is currently in the rebuilding phase and is eager to show up and fight every game. With a good number of rookies in their team, this will be a challenging game for the Lady Bulldogs with lessons learned.
So JRU actually had their chances against the Arellano University but ultimately falling short. So tignan natin, will JRU mount the upset here, or when the NU Lady Bulldogs stamp their class and show why they were the UAAP Season 84 champions? So we'll pause for a quick break. We'll be right back.
Good morning, volleyball fans, and welcome to the Rizal Memorial Coliseum here in the city of Manila. This is the Shakey Super League 2022 Preseason Championship. Let us now meet our protagonists for this game. First, the Jose Rizal University Lady Bombers, led by their team captain number 7, Sid Niegos. First libero number 5, Yanyan Alonia. And make way for their teammates number 1, Jen Silverio. Number 2, Malye Amante. Number 3, Kayla Hasareno. Number 4, Laika Egera. Number 8, Riza Rose. Number 9, May Ruiz. Number 10, Inday Laurente. Number 11, Danica Villanueva. Number 12, Erica De La Cuesta. Number 16, Kring Batara. Number 18, Sizzle Rosario. And their second libero, number 6, Isa Ortiz. And now make some noise for the National University Lady Bulldogs, led by their team captain number 7, Princess Robles. First libero number 1, Pearl Denura. Make way for their teammates number 2, Rene Mabilangan. Number 3, Chini Arroyo. Number 4, Bella Belen. Number 6, Vanji Alinsug. Number 8, Sheena Toring. Number 10, Alexa Mata. Number 12, Alaysa Solomon. Number 13, Camila Lamina. Number 14, Erin Pangilinan. Number 15, Jazz Eliarina. Number 17, Cha Maaya. And their second libero, number 16, Shaira Hardio. And now presenting our officials for match number 21. First referee, Salvador Cambay, national referee. Second referee, Philip Nunez, national referee. Jose Rizal University Lady Bombers players, coaching staff, and team officials, please proceed to the game floor for the official team photo opportunity.
The last team yet to see action is finally here, the NU Lady Bulldogs making their debut. Kontra dito sa JRU Lady Bombers, Ken Pangilinan and Richie Cordero calling the action, and also working the sidelines is Mikey Abueg. And Richie, much anticipated debut here for NU.
Yes, and actually, I talked to them a while ago, and if mapapansin mo, medyo may nami-miss tayo na players dito ngayon, and that's Nierva and Cagande. So, hindi pa natin alam kung bakit sila nagsisit out for this game, pero ang sabi nila, dahil daw sa auto-play rule, gusto nila iikot talaga yung players nila.
But the good news is they have a bunch of rookies na dapat abangan dito, and because of the all-to-play rule, for sure, makikita natin yan mamaya, Richie.
Yes, and for the all-to-play rule, gives a chance to all of the players to show what they're training for. And when the score match reaches 16, that's when regular programming begins again.
And on the other hand, the JRU Lady Bombers trying to bounce back from their opening loss against Arellano. And alam mo, maganda dito sa Pool C, all of them are at least top 4 in their respective tournaments. We got also Arellano, who was the first runner-up, and Ateneo, who went to the semifinals in the last UAAP season 84.
Yes, and I'm sure this match will be very interesting because both teams are excited and they know that kahit yung JRU walang nag-expect na manalo daw sila, lalaban pa rin daw sila.
Time to go to the floor for our venue announcer.
Let us now meet the starting 6 for both teams. First, for the National University Lady Bulldogs. Outside hitter number 4, Bella Belen. Another outside hitter, team captain number 7, Princess Robles. Middle blocker number 8, Sheena Toring. Opposite hitter number 12, Alaysa Solomon. Setter number 13, Camila Lamina. And their starting libero number 1, Pearl Denura. Head coach of the Lady Bulldogs is Ray Carl de Maculangan. And now the starters for the Ocerzal University Lady Bombers. Middle blocker number 1, Jen Silverio. Opposite hitter number 2, Malay Amande. Middle blocker team captain number 7, Sid Niegos. Outside hitter number 9, May Ruiz. Setter number 10, Inday Laurente. Opposite hitter number 12, Erica De La Cuesta. And their starting libero number 5, Yanyan Alonia. Head coach of the Lady Bombers is Mia Tioseco.
Interesting starting 6 for NU, with the exception of Ivy Lacsino, obviously graduated. Majority of this was the core nung nag-champion itong NU UAAP season 84. Of course, Alexa Mata, you've mentioned, trying to fill in the shoes of Ivy Lacsino. On the other hand, for JRU, looks like same starting 6 nung nakarang laban nila against Arellano University. So, JRU trying to bounce back, while NU trying to stamp their class here. As finally, makikita natin sila dito sa Shakey Super League. NU versus JRU. NU in white, JRU in dark blue. Set number 1 underway, and this set is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. And an attack error to open things up. Kontra dito kay May Ruiz. So, Richie, nakausap mo sila, itong NU Lady Bulldogs coming off their trip from Australia.
Yes, and you know what Nerva actually shared to me was that it was very advantageous for them because they had unexpected bonding. Like kahit the little things, they found the similarities between them, which is helping them bond inside the court.
Meanwhile, another error, but this time from the Lady Bulldogs. So sila na lang yung hindi pa natin nakikita dito. Take a look once again. Sid Niegos, isa sa inaasahan ni Coach Mia Tioseco to take on the cudgel, especially with the departure of Dolly Versosa and Kia Melgar.
Currently, puro errors yung nakikita natin sa game na to.
So, expect mo yan, yung mga early game jitters, especially NU first game pa lang. But we all know how well-oiled of a machine itong NU, especially in the UAAP. Silverio with the off-speed attack. Solomon. And still, no no points scored in terms of attacks. Talagang error pa rin sa magkabilang kupunan.
You know, you saw her intention to put it cross-court, but it was just a bit too long.
Of course, NU winning the championship, their first in the last 65 years. And they're expected to repeat unless other UAAP teams have a say in that. But meanwhile, first point via an attack para dito kay Solomon.
Yeah, great hit from Solomon using her blockers to gain that point.
Now serving for NU is Sheena Turing, a palarong pambansa standout. Laurente goes to Ruiz. And off the block it goes.
Powerful hit by Ruiz. Knowing that her blockers are tall, pinower through na talaga yun.
May Ruiz and Sid Niegos, and later on we'll also see Risa Rose. That trio of veterans, very crucial to their cause. Malay Amante now serving.
Great first ball.
Lamina goes to Belen.
You know, speaking to the Lady Bulldogs a while ago, they said that in the new system, they aim to make their plays a bit faster. So that's what we saw here now.
So Bella Belen showing agad yung kanyang prowess dito. For serving free. Laurente goes to Ruiz. Blocked there by NU. She tries again. NU with the reset. Belen. Good dig by Alonia. Ruiz finds a spot from behind.
You know, when you have 6 zones divided into 3 front and back, it's so important that each player guards their respective zones to avoid having open spaces inside the court.
That time, Solomon masyadong nasobrahan yung pagpunta niya dun sa harap. Lamina, Belen, nagawa ng paraan doon.
Yeah, you see na medyo nalunod siya dun sa set na yon, pero nagawa niya naman ng paraan.
And Bella Belen, the rookie MVP nung nakaraang UAAP season 84, was also the best server with an average of almost 0.5 aces per set. Good serve.
Great serve.
Great dig as well by Alonia. And May Ruiz this time from the right side.
You know, she's already accumulating her points this early in the game. Shows her aggressiveness to really get a win for the Lady Bombers.
And alam mo, Richie, it's important for JRU na sa simula pa lang, makasabay na sila dito sa NU. Because we're expecting NU to really show their class. Talagang against all odds, itong Lady Bombers in terms of facing off itong defending champions ng UAAP.
Yes, that's true. And the maturity and the experience the Lady Bulldogs have from the past season, it really will be a challenge for the Lady Bombers to gain the opportunity to learn from the Lady Bulldogs.
6-5. NU with a slim lead. Lamina, back set. Solomon. May Ruiz not ready for that attack. Take a look once again. Solomon skying high.
It's a great pipeline attack.
So now, yung binanggit mo kanina, Richie, Alexa Mata, trying to fill in the shoes of the departure of Ivy Laxina. Niegos. Off the block it goes. It goes
Great.
outside.
Yes, great choice to use the hands of her blockers there.
May slight second na pwede siya mag-isip kung saan niya papupuntahin ng bola eh. Inday Laurente, one of the veterans. Lamina. Good attack there.
The team captain says Robles already starting to get points for her team.
Yes, Robles. Nagparamdam na dito. And kung ikaw rin si Camille Lamina rather, ang dami mong pwedeng pagpilian eh. But first, we'll head into our first technical timeout. Lamang ang NU 8-6. Back with us here for Pool C action between NU and JRU. NU currently leading in the first set 8-6. And now the team captain, Camille Lamina serving. Laurente, back set, Niegos. Belen, pumunta kay Ces Robles. Good dig from Ruiz.
Good save.
Chance here for NU. They go back to Robles. And that's outside.
You know, that was a difficult angle for Ces Robles. Medyo kinapos lang yung pagkahati niya dun sa bola.
No check.
You see how she really tried to avoid the blocker's hands.
The tough angle para dito kay Robles. Meanwhile,
Those
that
are
was
the
Turing.
yes, and those are the quick sets we are looking for and are expecting from the Lady Bulldogs.
Take a look once again. Quick attack. Successful para dito kay Sheena Turing. Ces Robles, the number 3 best spiker in the UAAP with a 37.5 success rate sa kanyang mga spikes. Laurente goes to Malay Amante. Solomon from the
Great
right.
adjustment from Solomon. From that set coming all the way from the back, she really looked at her setter, or the person who set the ball for her, and adjusted her body to that spike.
3-point lead for NU early on in set number 1. Ces Robles hailing from Iloilo City, which has produced players like Abby Maraño, Jen Casugod, Aiza Maizo Pontillas. Yan, mga Ilonggo yan. That time, outside.
Yes, good intention, but a little bit too long for her.
And now for JRU serving is number 12, De La Cuesta. Good first ball from Belen. At siya na rin umatake, and why not?
And there you go. The rookie MVP is finally showing up again.
Take a look at that wind-up and the finish.
And take a look at that flight and that attack.
Rookie MVP, first ever in the history of the UAAP.
Saan ka ba naman makakita ng ganun, Ken?
That time, service error. The point goes to the JRU Lady Bombers. We're headed by Coach Miat Yoseko, who is, I believe, in her 8th year as their head coach. Malay Amante, one of their young players. Lamina, back set. Solomon, talagang minimilk niya. Ito si Ali, early on here.
Yes, and talagang zone 1 yung sweet spot ni Solomon, no? Kanina pa siya din tumatama.
Again, look at that cool play of the set, and it's brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. 12 serving 9. Good first ball for JRU. Pero nagkagulo sila doon. So chance here for the Lady Bulldogs. Running attack by Mata works.
You know, when I talked to Nierva a while ago, parang sabi niya, tinatry pa nila i-establish yung faster sets. Pero parang ngayon, they have the hang of it.
Actually, pinag-usapan nyo nga rin, Richie, na although they won last year in the UAAP, they're trying out a new system this time around, heading into UAAP Season 85. So lamang sila dito, 13-9 of course, headed by Coach Carl de Maculangan. Good read and it's outside. If you're the Lady Bombers, kung gustuin mo, try to string a few points, keep in step with NU.
You know, but we have to remember that they are in the rebuilding phase, transition phase because of their loss. Dolly Versosa, of course.
Dolly Versosa, the NCAA second best outside spiker.
Great placement done by the team captain, Princess Robles.
Showing the veteran smarts. Nakita niya, may butas sa gitna. Just tipping it over.
Yes, and as an attacker, it's not just your power and your hits sa ball, pero it's so important to watch your opponent as well.
Oo. Mukhang hindi pagising. Ito si Bella Belen, mistiming her jump. One of her rare miscues, ika nga.
You know, I love how she just laughed at it because I'm sure nababawi yan.
May Ruiz with a good serve. Lamina, quick set. Mata. JRU trying to save the ball but unsuccessful there.
You know, but that was a great effort coming
Yeah.
from the Lady Bombers and by Ruiz as well.
Take a look once again. Mata replacing Ivy Laxina. And now she's serving with her team up 15-11. May Ruiz. Chance ball para dito sa mga nakaputi. Lamina goes to Ces Robles. And that time it's out.
Medyo bumitin lang yun sa line. But good intention, Ken.
So 15-12. So pikit pa rin tayo dito here in set number 1. Inday Laurente, good serve. Lamina goes to Turing, cross court. Uy, but it's out. And no check ball there.
Inches away from the line. Medyo nakakalito din pag ganun yung mga call, di ba?
So JRU just down by 2 points. Turing. And the mad scramble leads to a point once again, this time for the Lady Bulldogs.
Yes,
And
and you know, it's so important to have attentiveness when you're inside when you're near the net.
so winning that joust at the net, ito si Lamina, bringing the lead up to 3, 16-13, heading into our second technical timeout.
Hi, I'm Banji Alinso.
Hi, I'm Joymi Kagan.
And I'm Sheena Turing.
We're from NU Lady Bulldogs, and we accepted the challenge. So today we will be doing a pizza eating challenge. Within 30 seconds, kung sino ang makaubos ay makakakuha ng special prize, which is Shakey Supercar! So ano ba hinihintay natin? LFG!
Sad news for the fans of Jennifer Nierva and Joymi Caganda as they will not be suiting up for today's game. But nothing to worry about as this decision was just made by the coaches to rotate the lineup and give younger players the chance to play. I asked Jen if she has a message for the younger players trying to fill in their shoes, and it is to embrace their role and try their best to lead the team because leadership means no age. We are to see and expect players like Jen and Joymi on their next game. Now back to the panel.
Thank you, Mikey. And we should expect the young rookies to show their wares here. Talking about the Lady Bulldogs. Meanwhile, Hazareno, papasok na dito. She will replace De La Cuesta. 17-13. And you up by 4. And the best setter in the recent UAAP, Camille Lamina serving. Laurente goes to Niegos. Ooh! Uy, almost. Akala nila nakapuntos na itong JRU. Ball is still alive. Nazareno finally puts it away.
You know, when the ball is coming from the all from the other side of the court, talagang may time yung spiker mo to think kung saan niya papadaanan yung bola, and good thing that she used the blocker's hands to gain that point.
Maganda naman yung bawi ni Hazareno doon. Kanina kasi tumalikod na siya celebrating. Thinking that they got the point. But right now, cutting the lead down to 3. But says Robles.
Great setup by Lamina also.
This time from the right side.
Kita mo na medyo hinabol niya na yung bola para iset sa likod.
18-14. NU. JRU hindi naman nagpapalayo dito. But let's see if they could mount a comeback here. Alonia with a good effort. Easy over. Chance here for the Lady Bulldogs. They go to the ring!
Sharp hit by Turing.
And very snappy. Very snappy, very quick.
Yes, and you see na sanay na talaga yung setter niya na iset sa kanya yung ganung klaseng palo.
And this spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Biggest lead of the set so far. Pagkakataon muli for the Lady Bulldogs. They go to Belen. Alonia, valiant effort but not enough.
You know, sometimes yung play na yun, parang ang bilis na, no? Hindi mo na nakita, hindi mo na na-timingan yung bola if you're the opponent and you're trying to block that spike.
Coach Nia Joseco with a timeout. Pakinggan natin siya.
Hindi ko alam kung ba't natatakot kayo. Mas malakas pa kayong hampasan ni Coach Larry dyan eh.
Ay, tara!
Okay, bilisan lang natin yung mata natin. React tayo. Huwag kayong maging too eager. Okay? Tingin sa bola, relax, be present inside the court. Okay?
There we have it. Coach Mia said na bilisan natin at saka mag-react tayo sa bola because the Lady Bulldogs is showing faster tempos and faster setups. So, kailangan nilang sabayan if they want to stay in this game.
And dagdag mo na dyan, emphasizing the words, be present on the court. Kasi naman, pare-pareho lang naman sila dyan eh. You know, just a matter of executing their plays. Risa Rose, pinasok na rin dito. Amante from the right. Robles, pinunta dito kay Belen. Down the line attack, it goes.
You see, medyo nagaganahan na maglaro ngayon ng NU Lady Bulldogs.
Slowly gaining their bearings here. Belen. Kanina, mistiming on her serve. But right now, slowly but surely rolling here. NU up by 7, 21-14. And Belen, naregaluhan pa doon.
You know, like what you said a while ago, Ken, these two teams are training to compete and to win, so their mentality always has to be aggressive, and that's what we're seeing now in Balabalan.
Really trying to amp up the pressure here. Itong Lady Bulldogs. 22 serving 14. Niegos with a good first ball. Laurente bends down, but Turing was there for the denial.
You know, ang hirap na padaanin sa blocker yung spike na ganon, lalo na if you have Sheena Turing towering over your spikers.
Single block, no problem. And this block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. 5 straight points by NU, kaya lamang na sila dito by 9 points. Hazareno from the back. Back set, Solomon!
Alam mo yung mga set ni Lamina ngayon, parang quick set na rin, no?
Yeah.
Parang zero tempo na rin.
Look at that. Sinubo na lang para dito kay Alyssa Solomon. And now it's set point for the defending UAAP champions. And that serve gives them the set, 25-14. NU, nung una medyo nangangapa pa, but slowly but surely gaining their bearings here, Richie. And That's our score, 25-14. Second set in just a bit. Don't go away.
Hi, I'm Sydney Negos.
I'm Malay Amante. I'm Linda Arose.
And we are from Rizal University Lady Bombers.
And right now, ay maglalaban-laban kami kung sino ang unang makakaubos ng pizza in 30 seconds because we accepted the challenge. At ang mananalo nga pala sa challenge na ito ay makakatanggap ng Shakey Supercard. 1, 2, 3. And because you are the winner, ito na ang iyong Shakey Supercard. Thank you, Shakey! Talaga namang sulit na sulit ang aming experience dito sa Shakey. Thank you!
Set 1 highlights here. Actually, JRU kept in step early on in this set. But NU stamping their class once again. Racking up the 7 last points to grab this set 25-14, Richie.
Yes, and in that first set, we have Lamina successfully distributing her fast plays to all her 3 frontline spikers who all helped contribute to the first set win for the Lady Bulldogs.
There's Alexa Mata replacing Ivy Laxina dyan sa middle blocker position. Bella Belen. Kanina, actually nakakatawa, meron pa siyang missed service, but right now rolling here for the Lady Bulldogs.
Yes. But if we weigh that mistake, syempre mas maganda din yung pinakita niya kasi ang dami niyang aggressive attacks, both front and back line.
You see the crowd here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum enjoying this first game action between NU and JRU. Later on, makikita naman natin in our next game, De La Salle taking on Letran. But NU, their opening game here, sila na lang yung di natin natutunghayan dito. Bella Belen showing why she was the rookie MVP noong nakarang UAAP Season 84. Man, a sight to behold, Bella Belen. And aasahan pa natin yan in the coming years, of course. Really enjoying herself here. O yan, oh. And the NU Lady Bulldogs, talking about their fans, really loving seeing her on the screen. Nakipagkulitan pa eh.
Medyo natatawa na nga siya sa mga fans niya eh.
And now, with the all-to-play rule, panibagong 6 sa magkabilang kupunan. And we'll see some of the rookies that we were talking about. Alinsug is now inside the court for NU na dapat abangan din dito. Meanwhile, for JRU, Risa Rose trying to lead their attack. And this set is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. Meanwhile, we turn you over to Mikey Abueg for this report. Mikey?
Every athlete has their own inspirations, and one of the best players in collegiate volleyball history, Bella Belen, has told me that for her, it is her tito and their family. Naikwento nga ni Bella na ang kanyang tito, who is also a former volleyball player, had the clock turned into a case where he keeps all his awards. With that, his tito challenged her, kung saan ay dapat mas malamangan pa ito ni Bella. And Bella, being her competitive self, told me that she had accepted the challenge at ngayon nga ay mas marami na ang kanyang awards sa kanyang tito. She also mentioned how her family had a perfect attendance during the UAAP season. How about you guys? What are your main inspirations? Back to the panel.
Thank you, Mikey. Sana all perfect attendance. Diba? But you know, Bella Belen, such a vibrant personality aside from the fact na napakagaling na player niya, Richie.
Yes, and inside and outside of the court, she's a sight to see. Very pretty, very charming as well.
Meanwhile, NU opening up with back-to-back points. Look at that wind-up and the finish there. Now serving for the Lady Bulldogs is Erin Pangilinan. Egera, punta dito kay Villanueva. Back set, and that works. Jazz Elarina.
You know, you see the efficiency of the Lady Bulldogs attacking from the opposite side of the court. Parang mas madami nga silang attack sa opposite court than the open side.
Actually, nung first set, binibigyan talaga si Solomon kanina pa ni Lamina. So, free serving 0. Villanueva. Oh! Sorry, miss there.
Sayang din yung hinabol niya.
Yeah.
That could have been over.
Forcing Coach Mia Joseco to call timeout. Let's listen in.
Na-receive yung bola, hindi anong next gagawin natin? Itataas lang dun sa spiker. Tawagin niya yung pangalan ng spiker. Spiker, gawa ng paraan yung ano. Rizal, nandun ka naman eh. Huwag kang papalo sa side. Pumarap, step forward, andun yung bola. Okay? Isa-isa lang, okay? Receive na maganda. Set tayo, palo, spiker. Huwag naman dun sa blocker. Kita naman ninyo eh. Sa gilid lang.
Coach Mia Joseco urging her setter to call out itong spikers na papalo para dito sa JRU. Let's see if they could execute it here. Lady Bombers yet to score here in set number 2. NU winning set number 1, 25-14. Erin Pangilinan serving here for the white shirts. Another good serve leads to an ace.
You know, aces really help because you're able to accumulate the points. Easiest for your team, exerting less effort compared to a long play.
And this serve of the game is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. Another good serve. Rose goes to Egera. Alinsug blocked there. They go back to her. Good dig there by Alonia. This time in the middle. And Maaya with a score. 6-0 para dito sa NU. Erin Pangilinan will celebrate her birthday this coming Wednesday. Will turn 21 years old. Rosario. She goes to Egera and she's blocked.
You know, commendable how the Lady Bulldogs really has their blockings established for this game.
And kung makikita mo, Richie, yung second stringer na middle blocker sila, matatangkad din talaga eh.
I don't think may maliit nga sa Lady Bulldogs eh.
You can see here, Maaya and itong si Elarina manning the middle blocker position for Coach Carl Di Maculangan. Flawless so far, 7-0. Rose from the right. And that time, JRU finally on the board. Lady Bombers, of course, coming off a surprisingly impressive season noong NCAA season 97. Actually, kahit si Coach Mia mismo sabi niya, hindi niya in-expect na ma-Final Four sila. But led by Dolly Versosa, surprising the NCAA. But meanwhile, look at that hit coming from Alinsug.
And there we have it, the former juniors UAAP MVP finally making a name for herself in the collegiate team.
8-1 here in set number 2. We'll pause for our first technical timeout.
With the JRU Lady Bombers struggling in the first set, Coach Mia emphasized on how they should relax. Tumingin lang sa bola at huwag masindak sa lakas ng palo. She is continuously reminding the girls to just play their game and just follow their movements. Let's see, will the Lady Bombers finally get their first win in the conference? Back to the panel.
Thank you, Mikey. And during that last timeout, Coach Mia Joseco, kumbaga yung mental aspect talaga yung talagang tinutukan niya doon, Richie.
Yes, and you know, Coach Mia doesn't fall short when she comes to reminding her seniors such as Riza and Niagos to show their leadership inside the court and make the rookies feel the presence inside of the court.
You know, Richie, if you're JRU facing a team like NU, minsan pag naunahan ka ng kaba, it really messes up your game eh.
You know, that's true. Actually, I spoke to their seniors a while ago and sabi nila, once na may sumimangot, medyo hirap sila mag-bounce back. So that's one thing they're working on right now.
Actually, they looked good in the first part of that set number 1 before itong NU racked up, I believe, the last 7 straight points to punctuate that set. But here, in set number 2, yung second stringers na pinasok and NU just rolling here.
That was a beautiful serve from Alinsog. You know, she's really living up to the hype of being the juniors UAAP MVP.
And coming off that trip from Australia, may mga nakwento ba sila doon na mga parang pinuntahan nila doon?
Actually, they told it to Mikey kasi.
I'm sure Mikey will have that report mamaya-maya lang. But meanwhile, NU still on a rampage and still scoring. And Elarina from the back.
That was a lucky hit because kahit siya natatawa na, medyo off yung hit niya, pero it still was able to accumulate a point.
Iba na rin yung matangkad. Napakahaba ng kamay. Elarina showing her stuff. Alinsog. You saw that earlier hit. But that time with a service error. And you could see some of the girls, arami na talaga yung mga nagja-jump serve, Richie.
Yes, and those are the serves that are actually the scariest to receive because you don't know where it's gonna go. It's like a spike coming from all around the court.
Setting up Maaya with a quick hit.
Beautiful spike by Maaya. Very fast and very strong. Parang tinapik niya lang talaga yung bola tapos gano'n nakabilis.
This cool play of the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. Maaya. 13 serving free. Rosario. Miss set. Chance here for JRU. Rosario. She goes to Nazareno. That ball doesn't go over.
You know, that set was too close to the net, which led the Lady Bulldogs to block it. Na nahirapan na sila iangat yung bola ng maayos.
11-point lead for the Lady Bulldogs. Of course, before, binabanggit natin itong dalawang matangkad na middle blockers. Itong NUS Maaya, one of them with a good service once again. So binanggit natin, of course, pinaka-kilala dyan, Jaja Santiago, of course, din Santiago Manabat, serving as that huge front line of a middle blocker para dito sa NU. Right now, surging ahead, 12 points. Jazareno, good dig. Arroyo, Tips the ball over. Chance here again for JRU. Jazareno ulit. Arroyo off the block. Higuera sets up Hazareno. And it's out. JRU out of sorts here as we head into our second technical timeout. 13-point lead for NU. Every girl deserves to reach. Point lead here in the second set, 16-3. And right now, it's the middle blockers. Itong NU doing damage. Itong si Maaya doing it from all angles, also from the service line, and also ito si Elarina. Alinsug actually hindi pa masyado nagpaparamdam, although before that first technical timeout, that booming spike. Another good service. Laurente goes middle. Amante. Easy over. NU. Chance here. Arroyo. Inday. Goes back to Malay. From the back. Alinsog.
Great effort from the JRU Lady Bombers, but she was really just able to find that spot at the back.
This spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Man, NU showing their class here in set number 2. But that time, nabati ko yata. JRU finally stopping the bleeding. But an uphill climb here. Down by 13 points. Batara, good service. Mad scramble leads here to NU, setting up their attack. Rose, outside yung kanyang bola doon.
You know, I feel like JRU really has to establish their position first. Kasi as you can see, medyo nakakagulo sila sa loob ng court.
Hindi sila maka-first ball ng maayos eh.
Yes, and even if my first ball, minsan nagkakamali pa sila i-set up yung bola.
And those are the adjustments when you're in transition phase. Especially nga, nawala yung kanilang dalawang veterano in Versosa and Kia Melgar. And it's out, NU again scores the point. Of course, the JRU Lady Bombers finished 5-4 in the elimination round. Nakapasok sila sa step ladder semifinals before losing to Arellano. But here, hirap na hirap talaga sila dito, down by 15 points. Laurente goes to Rose in the middle. Back set. Good dig. But chance ball again for NU. They go middle, and why not? Erin Pangalinan elevates and detonates.
Hindi na nga nakahabol yung blockers doon. Nakita mo na inunahan niya talaga yung bola.
This cool play of the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now, JRU with a timeout.
Tapos gilid-gilid, hindi nila makukover yung buong court ng blocker. Sigurado ako dun. Huwag yung pangigilan yan. Puntahan natin yung bola. Okay na, kasi Inday, huwag mo hintayin. Abot ko naman eh, huwag mo hintayin mag-bounce sa net. Kunin mo na, salubungin mo na sa ere para makigay mo maayos. Okay? Girls, isa-isa lang tayo. Huwag kayong magpanik. Isa-isa lang. Okay? Pero kailangan natin ng isa-isa.
And Coach Mia Toseko, sabi niya, isa-isa lang. Trying to be a calming presence during that last time out, Richie.
Yes, and you see her instructing her setter to find the free spot kasi hindi naman kaya ipuno ng blockers yung NU Lady Bulldogs.
But right now, facing a 16-point deficit. Laurente, quick set. Amante was blocked. And that time, point goes to NU as a net touch violation there against JRU.
That's exactly what Coach Mia was saying. Her setter really has to mix up the plays for her spikers.
NU looking lethal here. Back set. And it drops.
Easy
Maaya.
check out for Maaya there.
A wind up in the finish there.
You know, sometimes it's harder to get the ball when it goes check rather than making it straight to the floor.
22-4. Laurente. She goes to Amande from the right side. Rose ulit. We go to Arroyo cross court.
So very solid blocking coming from the Lady Bulldogs. Maybe that's what the Lady Bombers have to match as well. Kasi tingnan mo, hindi man lang naka-block yung Lady Bombers.
The spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Laurente. Rose now from the left.
Lucky break though.
Lucky break. Actually, I was about to say, hindi pa nila masyado na-activate dito si Risa Rose. He was one of their leading scorers last season.
Yes, that's true. And as you can see, medyo malayo na sa blocking position yung Lady Bulldogs.
Malay Amante, good serve. Chance ball here for JRU. They go to Villanueva. She was blocked. And alam mo, if you're Villanueva, ang hirap dahil yung kalaban niya dalawang matatangkad talaga eh. Let's see here, Maaya towering over JRU. But right now, ito, substitution. May Ruiz pinasok in favor of Danica Villanueva as now NU in set point. Gini Arroyo now serving. Another good service. Laurente. She goes to May Ruiz. Alinsog. Good dig there by Alonia. May Ruiz. And that time, she converts.
You see, nakakapasok niya lang. Bigla na siyang nagpakita agad.
And now it's Inday Laurente's turn to serve. But they are down by 18 points, 24-6. Good service here by Laurente. Alinsug. And NU scoring here as they punctuate set number 2, 25-6. Domination here. Set 3 in just a bit, don't go away.
Shakey super fans of the game, girls from NU, Nazareth, Celine, Gabriel, Althea, and Genevieve. So first, girls, who is the player you look up to?
Ate Belen!
Ate Sheena po!
Now, do you have a message for the NU Lady Bulldogs?
Hello mga atas. We wish you all the best and andito lang po kami sa courtside always supporting you.
Yes, now isang cheer naman dyan para sa NU Lady Bulldogs! Let's go Bulldogs! Let's go! Let's go Bulldogs! Let's go! Now back to the panel.
Back here for our set 2 highlights. And you just putting on a clinic here, Richie.
Yes, and they dominated with solid blocking, refusing any attacks coming from the JRU Lady Bombers. They showed simple execution of their attacks because they had great consistency in their first ball and momentum as well.
But you know, the rookies, ayan si Maaya showing her stuff. JRU trying a valiant effort, May Ruiz and Risa Rose. But man, NU just too much here
No, and
for the
rookie
JRU Lady Bulldogs. See some of the numbers here in set number 2.
yes, medyo towering over talaga yung blocks ng NU at saka ng attacks nila. And medyo napadami din yung aces.
JRU unable to set up their offense, only 2 attacks. So NU trying to sweep this game at ito pinasok dito Arroyo, we have Maaya and Pangilinan, and also the best setter nung UAAP Season 84, Camille Lamina. And this set is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. NU in command so far. Laurente goes to May Ruiz. She was blocked once again.
Easy point kasi nakatapat na siya sa spiker niya.
So 3-0 ulit. And that block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Camille Lamina from Buena Vista, Guimaras. Was a former standout of Greece Baptist Academy before joining the Nazareth School of National University and High School. But JRU finally on the board there, courtesy of that hit from Sid Niegos. Sid Niegos from Moncada, Tarlac. Trying for a quick set, but that time unsuccessful.
Yes, it's a little bit low for that set from Lamina.
2-all. Sid Niegos was one of the top scorers in their opening day loss against Arellano. Their new team captain following the departure of Dolly Versosa. But there, Arroyo with a cross-court hit.
Yes, a nice use of a block. Nice use of her blocker's hand. She was aware of the blocker in front of her and she successfully powered through that block.
One of the new faces here for the white shirts, Jeannie Arroyo. Laurente sets up May Ruiz, but that is out.
You know, I think her intention is just to make the ball long, just like as she did a while ago, pero medyo too long lang.
For serving 2. And later on, we'll see the De La Salle Lady Spikers trying to go for the sweep as they will take on the Colegio de San Juan de Letran Lady Knights. Lamina sets up Elarina. Laurente punta kay May Ruiz, and that blockers just too much. Elarina and Maaya towering over JRU.
Yes, and again, the Lady Bulldogs really seem to have their groove on when it comes to blocking their opponents today.
And that block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. 3 straight points by NU. Currently have a 3-point lead.
Sharp serve.
Laurente trying to set up Rose. So hindi talaga makaalagwa dito si Rose, si Mayor Ruiz, Sid Niegos, those bunch of veteran trios na inaasahan dito for the Lady Bombers. That time, service out. So JRU trying to mount a comeback here. Actually, go
like
ahead.
you said a while ago, Ken, they really have to make their presence felt inside the court, especially because they are the seniors and they are consisting of rookies. They have to show their veteran experience inside the court.
But showing there what they're made of with that block, Risa Rose. And this block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. You know, they had an up and down season noong nakaraang NCAA season 97. Absorbed 3 straight losses to Mapua, San Sebastian, and Arellano after winning their first 2 games. And also, they had their key players, si Angel Bautista, suffering an injury in their game against Arellano. But right now, surging, itong JRU, 3 straight points.
You know, and again, with NU being great blockers, if you're from JRU, you really have to be smart with your attacks, and it was very smart of her to use the blocker's hands.
So going back to their NCAA season, yun nga, 3 sunod-sunod na pagkatalo sila doon. But scoring a must-win game against San Beda before coming back by 2 sets and 3 points down in the 5th set against Lyceum to advance to the semifinals. So an impressive NCAA season here for JRU. But they have their work cut out for here against NU. Right now, 2-point lead. Maaya, service ace. And we head into our first technical timeout of set number 3. NU up 8-5.
Bulldogs had a fun vacation in Sydney, Australia. So I asked the girls what happened during the trip, and they shared with me that there were a lot of unexpected team bondings and discoveries with one another. They even shared with me how they talked about each other's food preferences and dream destinations. But then, of course, volleyball was not left behind as they continuously worked out pa rin daw even though they were on vacation. Now, the hard work of the Lady Bulldogs is truly reflecting as the NU Lady Bulldogs are dominating this game. Back to the panel.
Thank you, Mikey. Of course, part of that crew is one of our colleagues here sa broadcast panel, Jeline Luceno, enjoying that trip with the NU Lady Bulldogs. Napunta ka na ba sa Sydney, Richie?
No, but I wish.
Sana all talaga eh, no? But NU, you know, that's good for them, yung team building activity nila doon. As we take a look once again, El Arena off the block.
You know, I actually have a story from Cez Robles when I spoke to her a while ago. Sabi ko, so what are the challenges coming into a league where NCAA and UAAP yung magkakalaban? Sabi niya, of course, because of the all-to-play rule. Sabi niya, kailangan na talaga nila mag-gel inside the court. That even though they have been together for a long time, they still have a lot to work on.
Yun nga, if you're on the top, expect all the teams gunning for you. Kaya nga, you have to be at the top of your game always. Alinsug. Good dig there by Alonia. Mabilangan goes back to Alinsug once again. Rose.
Great save.
Third time. And it drops.
I felt the power and the aggressiveness from Alinsug. You know, she's not that tall of a spiker, but you really see her efficiency inside the court.
That cool play of the set is brought to you by RNB Milk Tea. Order now. Vanji Alinsug. Right now, NU up by 4 points, 10-6. Malay Amante trying to get it over 2 blockers. That's a tall order, kahit sino pa ba. Pangilinan and itong si Mata towering over the Lady Bombers. I wonder how tall itong si Alexa Mata.
I think she's around
Mga 6'2" no?
probably
around that
6'1",
height.
6'2". Her reach is so high as well.
Pangilinan from the right. Laurente trying to chase the ball, but
Great
no
effort.
avail.
Great effort for Lorente there.
Coach Mia Tuseco, tumawag muna timeout dito. They're down by 5 points. Let's listen in.
Diba? Dapat naka-cut natin. Nare-realize natin, na-cut natin, settle down, cut natin. Yung errors, puntos naman tayo. Okay? Hindi pwedeng sige lang ng sige, hindi natin alam kung anong ginagawa natin. Okay? Huwag tayo masyadong magpapadala sa emotion. Control nyo, manage nyo. Tara, girls. At saka, girls, ganito ah.
You know exactly what Coach Mia said. The girls really have to control their emotions and wag magmadali. Kasi you have to really compose yourself to be able to gain your points so that you know what plays to give and what kind of attacks to do, especially when you're against a team such as the Lady Bulldogs.
NU up 11-6 here in set number 3, trying to close this one out. Laurente over. Mabilangan. Goes to Pangilinan from the right.
Lucky break kasi medyo sumabit na lang yung palo na yun, no?
Actually, it was not the perfect spike, but that time just enough. Clipping the net, getting it over. Renee Mabilangan trying to follow the footsteps of the best setter in the UAAP Season 84, Camille Lamina. She sets up Alinsog!
That was a beautiful play. That was an easy reception, perfect setup, and an even better spike.
The approach and the point.
It's a great flight and form as well from Alinsog. Very promising rookie.
14 serving 6. Make that 7. Courtesy of that service error against Mabilangan. Risa Rose hailing also from Aklan. Actually, from JRU, maraming native ng Aklan here. Risa Rose hailing from Balete, Aklan. Also one of the top scorers in their opening day loss against Arellano.
Balete Aklan, that's my province as well.
Wow! Look at that. Magkakababayan pala kayo ni Risa. Kasi yun nga, marami sa kanila from Aklan talking about itong JRU Lady Bombers. You have Jerry Laurente who's also in as their setter. From Camansin Norte, Numancia, Aklan. But right now, NU too much here. Heading into the second technical timeout as we take a look first at that block of the set brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now, 16-7 NU. the defending UAAP Season 84 champions, NU Lady Bulldogs against the JRU Lady Bombers. Ken Pangilinan alongside Richie Cordero and Mikey Abueg as our courtside reporter. And right now, NU looking good because of those hits like that coming from Alinsog.
Medyo kinagaya niya yung senior niya na si Cez Robles doon ah.
Of course, Banji Alinsog, isa sa mga dapat abangan muli for NU. Double-digit lead for the Lady Bulldogs. Good service. Laurente sets up Niegos off 2 blockers.
Those are the kind of attacks the JRU Lady Bombers need to accumulate their points.
Sa makikita mo, pag nakaka-set up sila ng maayos, they have quality spikers who could do the work. And that spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
Yes, I agree, Ken. And that's exactly what their coach is instructing them to do, to establish their positions first so that they're ready to plan their attacks.
Laurente trying for the 1-2, nabitin doon. Napakahamot siya. But you know, good effort there. 18 serving 8, Alexa Mata. Trying to fill in the shoes of the departure of Ivy Laxina, who decided to go pro. Niegos from the right. Alinsog got a good pickup. Sets up Maaya. Ruiz. No check, so NU gets the point.
You know, still the same errors coming from Ruiz. Medyo napapahaba talaga yung mga palo niya.
Contrary to her game against Arellano, na isa siya sa mga top scorers, but here, struggling over the tall towers nitong NU. Alam mo, kahit sino naman siguro eh. It's gonna be a challenge. But that time, she's successful. Nakinig yata ako eh.
Nabati mo na in a good way.
Jerry Lynn Laurente. We mentioned from Camansin Norte, Numancia, Aklan. Started volleyball dahil daw sa pinsan niya. Arroyo with a good reply there.
Yes, and very easy points right now for the Lady Bulldogs.
And Mabilangan doing a great job setting her up. And this cool play of the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. And you know, NU looking for their first win here. And dalawang mga kalaban pa nila dito. We've got Arellano University, the runners-up ng NCAA, and of course, the Ateneo de Manila University. Kaabang-abang na matchup yan, Richie. And we'll see them again next week. Talking about Ateneo, who's currently, ang alam ko, nasa Bacolod yata sila eh. They're having a tune-up game against UST in Bacolod. The Ateneo Blue Eagles. Good serve from Niegos. Mabilangan. She goes to Arroyo. That time, Rose with the block. You know, kumbaga, far few in between, but still, a few bright spots here para dito sa JRU. And that block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. No, Richie, although JRU struggling, I've mentioned nga, they have a few bright spots. We've got Sid Niegos and Risa Rose starting to get her groove late here in set number 3.
Yes, well, when I talked to them a while ago, they said they're not expecting to win, but they're expecting to have learning experience. Yeah. And of course, they're still gonna show up to fight.
Yung pagdating sa mga ganitong laro, development is key.
Yes.
Diba? Every point counts. Every possession, the way you approach the ball, the way you approach every adversity, yan yung mga talaga magpapatibay sa bawat pupunan, Richie.
Yes.
Especially now that they're in a rebuilding phase, transition phase, dahil nga nawala si Dolly Versosa and Kia Melgar.
speaking of rebuilding, I have to give credit to our NU spiker, our NU setter rather, Mabilangan, because she's able to distribute her sets where her spikers are most effective. And as you can
Like
see,
that.
like that,
Banji Alinsog.
it's an advantage for your team if your setter memorizes the sets your spiker wants.
The spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Let's listen in to a Coach Mia Tioseco timeout.
Hayaan mo siya sa gitna. Kakaintindihan, pag mataas at ikaw yung kakabit, then saka ka dumikit. Pero may tao doon, huwag mong bitawan yung wing.
Okay, tao.
Girls, basic, ginagawa natin siya. So bakit dito nag-iiba? Tara!
Sige, ganito.
Go!
Bantayan mo yung
You know, exactly what Coach Mia said, basic. Kanina yung nakausap ko sila, sabi nila na yun daw yung foundation ng training nila, that they're starting from the bottom and they're trying to rebuild the basics and have a strong foundation in their skills.
So something to look forward to if you're JRU. You know, the development of their players. But NU showing their class here, up by 11 points. And later on, after this game, we'll see the DLSU Lady Spikers take on the Letran Lady Knights. And after that, 2 more matches. UP Lady Maroons, who won a 5-setter of a match. You covered that game against the Perpetual Help Lady Altas. They will take on the UE Lady Warriors, who now have a 2-1 record in Pool A. And in our nightcap, San Sebastian Lady Stags, 0-2, trying to get their first win. They will take on the 1-0 Lyceum Lady Pirates. As NU rolling, surging, Maaya with a block.
You know, continues to just have that solid defense system by the net.
Look at that block of the set. Brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Second and Sauce Bar. Order now. The animated Maaya brings us to 2 points away from grabbing this match. Talking about itong NU Lady Bulldogs. And now she's serving. Laurente, quick set to Rose. Mabilangan, sends it over. Amante, good dig. You could see yung itong JRU, yung energy nila nandun pa din. Trying to fight back here. Alinsog. Laurente goes to Eguera. Good rally here, Richie. Laurente. Ay, sayang yun.
Miscommunication by the center and the quicker, pero sayang kasi ang ganda na ng rally nun.
Ganda ng rally. JRU doing a good job on their floor defense. But man, match point here for the UAAP Season 84 defending champions. Maaya, who has been instrumental here. Set number 2, nagpailala siya. Rose, denied by Mata. Chance ball for the white shirts. Mabilangan. Let's see if NU could finally finish it here. Pangilinan! Down the line it goes!
That was a beautiful ending for our UAAP defending champions' first game win.
NU Lady Bulldogs in their very first match here sa ating Shakey Super League. Dominant, winning it over the JRU Lady Bombers as we take a look at that Erin Pangilinan hit. Down the line it goes, celebrating, and why not, the NU Lady Bulldogs triumphant here in straight sets, 25-14, 25-6, and 25-12. We'll pause for a quick break. We'll be right back. Back with us here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. NU winners of straight sets here kontra dito sa JRU 25-14, 25-6, and 25-12. Richie, so many contributors as usual here for NU, but who did you pick as the MVP of the match?
You know, I had to choose Vanji Alinsog because, as a new player coming into a collegiate playing team, especially if you're in like defending champions, you have something to prove, and she really lived up to the hype from her attacks from the back line, the front line, and even her serves.
The impressive Alinsog now courtside kasama ngayon si Mikey Agwek. Mikey,
Yes, I am now here with Vanji Alinsug, our MVP of the match. So Vanji, you guys have mentioned na matagal na kayong teammates. How do you think does this help sa inyo?
Siguro po kasi maganda po yung pagkakasamahan po namin sa loob ng court. Tapos kahit po sa labas, sasama pa rin po kami. Tapos mas marami po kaming natutunan ngayon kasi mas marami din pong bagong pumasok.
Ngayon, rookie ka pa lang, Vanji, but you have already established dominance. Ano pa ba ang aabangan namin galing kay Vanji Alinsug?
Ano po, sipag lang po sa loob ng court. Tapos, tsaka po sa lahat po ng sinasabi po ng coaches. Gagawin mo lang.
Ngayon, meron ka bang gustong batiin na pasalamatan?
At ano po, sa coaches po and sa family ko po sa Cebu. Tapos yung dati ko pong trainer and coach sa Cebu po. Thank you po sa inyo. Andito na po ako ngayon.
Ayan, at dahil ikaw ang Shakey's MVP of the match, meron kang pizza from Shakey's. Magpa-pizza ka naman! Congratulations once again, Vanji, and now back to the panel.
that's right. Vanji Alinsog has finally arrived here at the Shakey Super League, and that MVP of the match is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. NU Lady Bulldogs, talagang pinakita nila kung bakit sila yung UAAP Season 84 champions. If you take a look at some of the highlights here in set number 1, actually JRU kept in step nung una here in the first set. Dumidikit sila dito, but NU slowly but surely pulling away, racking up the last 7 points to grab set number 1. Ces Robles was instrumental, as well as the rookie MVP Bella Belen. Hindi na natin siya nakita in sets 2 and 3, because here in set number 2, it was the second stringers doing damage here. Elarina, as well as this girl. Ito si Vanji Alinsog, showing her stuff, hailing from Cebu. Maaya as well had her moments. JRU hindi rin naman nagpatalo. Risa Rose late in set number 2. Nagpaitang dilas din, but just a dominant showing here, winning 25-6 in that set. Set number 3 was more of the same. Maaya once again towering over itong JRU Lady Bombers. Malay Amante trying to fight back, but Elarina and the rest of the Lady Bulldogs just too much. Arroyo as well showing her stuff, but man, Vanji Alinsog was just a force to be reckoned with for NU. As we take a look at here, NU winning 25-14, 25-6, and 25-12. A dominant display here by the defending UAAP champions. We take a look at the numbers here, Richie rather.
Yes,
Just pure dominance.
Yes, you can see dominance is the word for the attacks the Lady Bulldogs showed for today's game. Also in blocking, you see how they were very aggressive when it comes to blocking every attack the Lady Bombers gave.
29-point difference in terms of attacks. Spelling the difference here as NU notches win number 1 here in their debut game. And coming up next, it's the DLSU Lady Spikers trying to go for the hat-trick 3-0 as they take on the Letran Lady Knights. So dito lang po yan sa Shakey Super League. Huwag po kayong aalis.